Wait, what's that? You asked what the time is? Oh, it's time to design a character. Hey, what's up people, this is Procreate. My name is Joshua and I'm an artist. In this video, I'm going to be making no more bad jokes and designing a character. His name is Bastille and he's part of like a little bit of a world building project that I've got going on. I already made a video on it right here. Check it out if you want to, you don't have to. Anyway, so I'm going to start out this video by sketching a little bit in my sketchbook and then get into Procreate and do a little bit more of a like full-on illustration in there. So if you're interested in any of that, then stick around and let's get into the designing now. I'm going to start out with a quick recap in case you haven't watched my first video on this. I'm going to put that one in the card as well on this kind of world building project that I'm doing at the moment. So essentially it's these thieving pack, so a group of young thieves living in a city where there's oppression, like a class system. So there's the grounds and the highs. So the grounds are essentially like slaves and just working force, and the highs are like the lords, the elite, the oppressing party. And essentially it's this thieving pack that are making their living from stealing mostly from these highs and stuff, but then they get commissioned by rebels because they are so good at stealing from these highs and know how to get into them, how to get to them, how to trick them. They get commissioned by rebels to kind of bring down this whole system, and well, they just do it for the money kind of. It's not really that, but they actually do want to help and do want to bring down the system. So that's like the basic premise. And in my recent video I drew kind of the leader of the pack, Paolo. I wouldn't say he's necessarily the main character, he's just the leader, kind of the leading role. But this is the other first founder of this thieving pack, so it began with these two. It's his best friend, his name is Bastille, and he is this really menacing, big, strong, tough guy, who is a real softie on the inside. So I was thinking in the beginning when these two started out thieving on their own, they were still really young, and at this point Bastille is the younger one, so at this point he was still smaller and really cute, and he would kind of be this distraction in terms of that he would distract, I don't know, soft-looking women into pitying him and some stuff like that, while Paolo would steal from them or something. But then as he got older, he got really big and strong, and but he still kept his role as the distracting part of the scheme, but in a different way, so that he looks really threatening, so people would expect most danger from him, and that would give the others or Paolo time to do whatever he wants, or I don't know, have a surprise attack, because they would be underestimating him and focusing more on Bastille. And yeah, that's basically the idea for this character. So here I'm doing a little more of a character design in my sketchbook before I go onto my iPad, and then I'm also drawing him how he would look like as a kid. So yeah, like I said, these two started out when they were young. My first idea for this drawing for this video would be to draw the two main characters first young, and he being the smaller one and really cute and stuff, and then when they're older and suddenly he's really big and menacing and stuff like that. But I didn't go with that idea, because even though I think the dynamic is really important for the story or for this world, I still think it doesn't really completely show who this character is, so I wanted to focus on that first. I might still do that other drawing at some other point, but I wanted to do a drawing of just him, showing him in his natural habitat first, because as I already said in the beginning, yeah, he looks really menacing and evil, not evil, sorry, and I don't know, threatening and big and strong, but he's really soft on the inside. So basically I don't know, he likes like poetry and drawing and reading and stuff like that, and is really not that tough of a guy as he looks. So yeah, but at this point I'm sketching, I'm switching onto my iPad, doing a little bit more of a defined illustration, or character design on there first, because you just have more freedom and more flexibility on the iPad. Yeah, for the costume design, basically I was thinking he's wearing a really loose shirt underneath, because that's like it's a really hot part of the world, so he would want his arms covered from the sun, like have protection from the sun, but still have like this really light material to wear, and then over that he's wearing like that neck thing, leather neck thing, and strapped to that is like a hood, so that would also protect his bald head from the sun, and also like if he were to sneak in somewhere, it would protect his face, like people wouldn't recognize him and stuff. Then his shirt is tucked into this big leather belt thingy, I don't know the real word for that, and on that, I forget drawing that at the moment, but on that he has his hammer, which is his like go-to weapon, and then he's wearing like really baggy pants, and I couldn't decide on a color for the pants because I don't know, I think they all look good, but I went in the end with like that minty color. I know it doesn't really make sense in that setting of like a medieval I don't know, Mediterranean medieval equivalent in this fantasy world, like they wouldn't have that type of color maybe, but I decided to go with it anyway. I like the way it looked. So I'm working on the final illustration for this character, and essentially it's just him sitting under a tree and reading a book with a flower behind his ear, and that I think speaks more for who this character actually is, because that's just what he enjoys, and he finds pleasure in those things, just like a quiet, nice day in the shade of a tree reading a book. And he's still wearing his loose shirt and his loose pants, but he's got rid of all that other stuff, like that leather thing around his neck and the straps around his arms that make him look like even more muscular. Like I feel like always those straps around your beneath your armpits make you look a lot more menacing and muscular. And he got rid of his shoes and the cuffs around his legs and his belt and his hammer and stuff, so it's just him in like really flowy loose clothing sitting on a nice sunny day beneath a tree on a meadow reading a book. I feel that suits him really well and shows who that character is. I end up really liking this illustration because I think I put a bit of a background in there, but not all that much, not in my last illustration that it's like an entire illustration. This one is just like the character and then one background element, like not the whole background fleshed out. So I really end up liking the result. I also added in a little bit more lighting than I usually do. And yeah. Alright, super happy with how this turned out. Before I show you the final results, I'm going to ask you real quickly to just leave your thoughts down below in the comments if you have any. Let me know what you think about this whole world building project, about the character, which one of the two characters I've introduced so far is your favorite, and things like that. Also, while you're there, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified. It just gives me more reason, even in like busy weeks, like the last couple of weeks I've been quite busy, to keep like making these videos, so I'd be really thankful for that. So anyway, let's look at the final results now. What a great video this has been. Make sure to click here for the playlist with more character designs. Here's gonna be the video with the first character design of this world building project that I've been doing, and make sure to click here to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Alright, I'm just gonna hang around here until you've clicked something, so see you in the next video.